Hi, this is Matthew, your math teacher. This is a very special video. So in this video, we are not solving about the math problem. We were talking about me. It's sort of the short interview for myself, but the question is given from my student because like 3 months ago I made a post say that if I can reach 100k, so you guys can ask me some question and I will answer those questions in this video. Alright, so before I start, I would like to show you my achievement, which is the silver plate. Ta-dang. Yeah, so finally I got this silver plate after 8 years. Yeah, so you can see you want to put effort like constantly non-stop for 8 years. It's not easy. And maybe I'm not so good, so therefore I take about like so long to actually achieve 100k. But no matter how, if I can get 100k, consider it something like quite impossible for me. So yeah, sort of a very important milestone for me to achieve the 100k. So definitely first thing is I would like to thanks all the student, parent or teacher who share my contents to the people around you, to make so many people know about me. And I also want to thanks those subscribers haven't unsubscribed my channel or even ask your friend to continue support my channel. Thank you so much. Yeah, without your supportings, I don't think I can reach 100k because a math channel can reach 100k is not easy. Some more, most of my content is teaching SPM because SPM is only for Malaysia students. Yes, even though right now I have IG and A-level content, but yeah, most of my content is SPM. So yeah, I can't imagine I can reach 100k purely by doing SPM content. So thanks for a lot of Malaysians who supporting this channel as well. So thank you so much. This is the first thing I want to say. Alright, then we will go into the Q&A section. First will be the most liked comment, which is the question asking like, "Sir, how old are you?" Haha. Yeah, I'm not sure why so many of you want to know about my age. But anyways, yeah, I'm a very old guy here. I born at 1985. Yeah, you do your math, then you should be able to know about my age. Which state are you from or where are you from? Yeah, I'm from Johor, a very small town of Johor called Segamat. I'm not sure you heard about it or not. Sir, what course you took in uni? Yeah, I took psychology. Yeah, if you watch some of my live streaming before, you know, yeah, I graduated from psychology. I didn't do very well there, but I love one of my selective subject called educational psychology, and I got A for that subject. So I guess this is the reason why I'm doing in the education field right now. So, what do you do on your free time besides teaching math, and also what's your favorite food to eat? Okay, on my free time actually I play a lot of games. I play computer games and I also play mobile games. Yeah, I know a lot of teacher or parent going to dislike about this part. Um, okay, let me explain myself. I think I can easily get the dopamine from playing games, and I love the strategy game, which is you kind of need to plan how to get the resources, how to win your opponent. You kind of need to do a lot of research. But I think play games should be fine. Yeah, personally, I think play games should be fine unless you play those violent or sexual games. Maybe it's not recommended. But if you're playing some strategy games which help you to think, I think it's totally fine. But then you need to make sure you have a good time management and don't addicted to it until you don't want to do anything, only play games. But definitely I know yeah, we can see these few years a lot of e-sport is all around the world. Yeah, they even become a millionaire. But I still not encourage my student to be a gamer because it's not as easy as you think. Your hobby become the occupation. This is something you really need to think about it if you really want to become a gamer in the future. But for me, I just know, oh, I just enjoy the process of playing game when I have my own free time. But definitely, I am not making any money from playing games itself. So therefore, it's just a hobby. But beside playing games, I also love to watch the educational content. I love to watch the content related to the business, related to the psychology or related to the human brain, how we think. And yeah, I love to watch a lot of educational content, like how to make the content on other places, how to sell your content, yeah, how to make money lah. So, yeah, because I'm very poor, I need to learn a lot of technique like how to make money. Alright, what's the favorite fruit? Normally I love to eat fried chicken. I love kyochan. KFC last time I love a lot, but right now still okay. And I love ramen. Yeah, I love ramen. I ate a lot of ramen around the Klang Valley area. And then I love cheese. Any drinks or food have the cheese one, then normally I will go into it. Yeah, I'm not sure I eat so many why I'm so thin here. But yeah, those are my favorite food and drinks. So, what made you want to become a teacher? Alright, this is a very long story, but to make it short, at first I never want to be a teacher because I want to be a entrepreneur, because when I was young, I want to change the world, something like that. So yeah, I start few business and I fail. Yeah, those business shut down already, and I lost money. I have no money, so I need to go find job. So at that time, um, tuition teacher is considered one of the good pay job. At least can, not like very good pay, but at least I can make the living from it. So yeah, I choose to become a private tutor. So I mean I do some home tuition. But why I want to be a teacher, this one also related to when I was young, when I took the SPM that time. I actually formed a study group with another 5 of my friends. So total like 6 of us. We actually formed a study group. The idea of study group is very simple. Each of us will in charge of teaching one subject, and then we will teach each other. So that means like me only need to study one subject, and then I can learn another 5 subject knowledge. So it's like, wow, you only study one subject and then you know 6 subjects, something like this. At that time I think this is an amazing idea. So at that time I'm in charge of teaching the MF. So I managed to make my friend who actually got C or D in MF, but eventually in SPM they got A in the MF. So all of them come to thank me, and then they ask, so what's your result? So I say I got B. I myself actually got B in my MF, and all of them think I'm joking because impossible, you teaching us MF and then we also managed to get A, how come you got B? This is the reason why I always tell my students practice is very important in MF, because at that time I print a lot of exercise for my friend to do, and then I just stand there and check for their working, correct, wrong, and eventually I myself doesn't do a lot of practice. So when the exam question come out, some question I know I prepare for my friend before, but actually take me some time to think back like how to do. So eventually I got not enough time to finish all the question, but I managed to finish most of it. So this is the reason why I got B, right? So yeah, so yeah, this is considered a dark secret of me. Yeah, please don't go to tell everyone. Yeah, the Y equals mx+c teacher doesn't get A in SPM for his own MF. Yeah, but this one also can show you something like, not necessary you must be very good in math, then only you can be an A student. Because I think MF definitely will have the technique, have a lot of keywords to actually help you to master it. So me at the age of 17, I already managed to help my friend to get A. Definitely after this year, definitely my MF already become like super pro already lah. Yeah, so right now I even start to teach about STPM and A-level. So yeah, as long as you're willing to learn, you pay your time to learn, definitely you can master it. So yeah, this is the journey of why I suddenly become a teacher. What made you decide to start teaching online? Alright, this one also have a very long story, but I make it short. Okay, so when I decided to be a math teacher, so I asked myself, is there any way for me to impact a lot of students? So at that time, I found out a YouTube channel called Khan Academy from one of his tech talk. So I go to check out the YouTube channel, and then definitely I couldn't understand so well about American English, But then I realized the way of his teaching is very impactful, and then I can understand easily. So I think that is it possible I start my own YouTube channel like this, and then I go to search about SPM mathematics and SPM additional mathematics. Both also cannot find a lot of content at YouTube at that time. Definitely some teacher already start to make few video, but then they stop after that. But then I have this mindset only, but I never really take action until one day one of my friend cousin actually has some math problem, and then my friend like use the phone send the question to me and then ask me how to do, because my friend know I'm a tuition teacher. So and then I see the question. Of course I can write the working for the student and take a photo send it back, but then that question I forgot what question is that. I only remember that question. Even though I write the working, I think that student is impossible to understand purely from the working. Then I take out my Nokia phone. Last time I think I used the Nokia N82. And so I use my Nokia phone to record my own writing, and then I use my own voice to explain a little bit how to do this question, why you need this step, blah 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 blah. And then I send the video to my friend, and then my friend sent to her cousin. Eventually the feedback coming back is like, yeah, my cousin can understand very well. And then that one is the first uh, first thing to make me have the determinants I want to start the channel. So but because when I want to start the channel, because I couldn't speak English very well, it's even a lot worse than now. Now already very bad my English, but you can imagine like 8 or 7 years ago my English is even more poor. So when I want to start the channel, right, I make the first video, I retake I think it's 20 or 30 times, because when I research back to my own language, right, the English, right, I just want to vomit blood. It's like so bad. And then I think like it's impossible for students to understand what I'm talking about. But then but then eventually I still upload, because I read a lot of book last time. Yeah, one of the books say you need to start before it become perfect. Because when you start, you keep on practice, your English eventually will become better and better and better. So but because I couldn't speak some very fluent English or very deep English, so I use all the simple word, and then I try to make my sentence very short. So so I'm not sure why a lot of Malaysian can understand my English, and they actually say, oh, your video actually helped me a lot. I think this is a very important impact to make me continue want to make the content, because for the first 2 or 3 years I have no income at all when I upload the content to the YouTube. And when I just start the YouTube, right, the first 6 months, I remember the first 6 months I upload about 10 video, I only had 69 views. So at the time I asked myself, should I still continue? Because nobody want to watch my content. Is it because my English too bad, or because nobody interested to learn on YouTube? Everyone only want to watch the entertainment content. But then when I almost want to give up that time, at the second years, I think got one of the Malay student helped me to share my channel to the one of the Malay forum. Suddenly second year, I have about 1,000 views, something like that lah. So I already like, wow, from 69 view go to 1,000, consider grow a lot. Then that one make me want to stay and continue make more content. And then at the second year, I also start making the content, and then more and more students coming in. So like end of the second year, I think I have about 1,000 subscribers. So at that time, I asked myself, wow, yeah, 1,000 students considered very good already, what? Because at the time, I don't know, in the YouTube world, 1,000 subscribers considered super little. But it doesn't matter lah. So I keep on receive a lot of thanks message from for student, and then a lot of student keeps subscribe, recommends to his or her friend. So I can see the channel is growing. So even though grow like super slow in the YouTube world, but it's still growing. And at that time, because I already like keep on teaching tuition. So I think making video can make myself to understand the content even better. So at that time I just think like, okay, this is nothing I can lose one. So like if I make this channel eventually nobody like, I also doesn't lose anything. So yeah, this is the journey how I start my YouTube channel. My question is, how much do you earn from making this YouTube video, and are you happy with the money you earn? Um, I would say the first 7 years I'm not really happy with what I'm earning because it's the money cannot make for living one. Only some incentive, it's called incentive. Only some incentive for your living mean you have to help you to buy something. I remember the first 2 years I didn't earn any money, and then third year the Google actually sent me the AdSense letter and then asked me to register an AdSense account, and then I wait for another 6 months, then Google start to pay me. But the way they pay is something like this. They have a 100 USD threshold. That means you need to accumulate until you reach 100 USD, then only they will start paying you about 100, something like that. You can set the threshold, it's not mistaken. Then I guess at the third year I need to spend about 3 to 4 months only for me to earn about 100 USD. So of course until recent year I already reached about 100k, and then I do the membership thing. For the membership things, right, the YouTube is like they need to take 30%. So let's say if I charge 10 ringgit for the membership, 3 ringgit you have to give the YouTube one. I only take the 7 ringgit, something like that. So yeah, thanks God last year have a lot of students come to subscribe my membership. It actually really helped to support this channel. But before that I couldn't earn a lot from the AdSense, because for AdSense mean the advertising. Because my advertising mostly is aimed for Malaysian, and Malaysian consider is a very weak currency. Not to say Malaysia is not good because I know some Malaysian student going to attack me say, oh, I don't like Malaysia. No, because compared to Sing dollar, compared to USD, compared to Euro pound, yeah, so Malaysia ringgit consider more weak compared to them. So if your target audience is Malaysian or any country the currency is very weak, then you cannot earn a lot from the advertisement, because this is how the business world work. So like example, so because they want to target Malaysia, if you targeted Malaysia or audience, then YouTube going to fetch those audience Malaysia advertising. So this Malaysia company going to pay YouTube for the advertising, right? So they pay in RM. So at the same time, those US company, if you aim for US audience, then they're going to fetch them the US advertising. Then those US company pay in USD. So this one make a lot of difference. So for me, my every 1,000 view is about 1 USD. Okay, first I want to mention this 1,000 view. It's not 1,000 people view your video, you will get 1 USD. It's 1,000 people view on the advertising, they pay you 1 USD. So it's very big difference because all of us going to skip the advertising internet. So you doesn't earn the money if the people skip lah. But definitely before they skip, maybe they already watched about 3 or 4 seconds already, right? Then you still earn the 3 to 4 second money. So if you really want to earn the living from YouTube, I would say possible. I see a lot of successful YouTubers out there, but at the same time, I also see a lot of new YouTubers just join the channel. Unless you have a very strong passion, or you want to make the content, you like the content you make, you like all the hard work, and then no matter got people watch or no people watch, you will continue to make for few years, then I say yes, you can try to be a YouTuber. Because I would say the first few years, right, it's very hard to be a full-time YouTuber, first thing. Second is, you will see your channel is growing very slow if you are start from nobody. Of course, if you are famous people, you are influencer, then definitely your channel can grow a lot faster. But if you are nobody, then you want to start a YouTube channel, I would say you need to have a continuous passion. Mean after the first year, if nobody watch, will you continue on the second years or not? You have to ask yourself about this. And is this your only income? If you're a student, I think it's fine because your parent going to give you money. But if you graduate already, you want to start this channel, then you better consider all the factors. Did Sir ever encounter any hit range on the route to 100k milestone? If so, how did you overcome it? Alright, definitely I encounter many, I would say a loss of hit range. Um, okay, first is because maybe the way of I'm making the content is like very hard to get a loss of view, so therefore the YouTube income is not sustainable. That's mean it's not enough for me to live with the AdSense, so I kind of need to go out and work. So therefore at the first few years, even though I have 1,000 or 10,000 subscribers, yeah, a loss of people like my family member or my friend or even some stranger also will say, please give up this and go to work on something can give you the stable income. Why you want to do something like cannot make money? So this is the first thing, because we cannot totally ignore them. They are living around us, surround us. So therefore we have to listen to it and digest, and then need to think how to overcome it. Yeah, so normally I will just take the advice as some sort of motivation, even though in a in a bad way, but then I still take it. And then but luckily at that time my tuition consider quite stable, so my family member doesn't stop me a lot, and both of my parents consider quite open-minded. They will let me do whatever I want to do. Yeah, so as long as I can survive myself. Yeah, but my grandmother is one of the most important people for me in this world. So yeah, and then she cannot understand why you want to teach online for free. Even though I try my best to explain, yeah, this one in the long term will have very impactful, yeah, it will actually help a lot of people around the world, she still think no, you should go to school to work and then you have a stable income there. Yeah, until like last 2 years I start to get interview from newspaper, and then she saw the newspaper, she was very happy for me. Yeah, this journey I would say is tough, because I need to reject a lot of opportunity, because a lot of my friends now already become very successful. They find me at the middle of my journey to ask me, let's join them to do their business together, can make a lot of money, and then I choose to continue stay here. I'm not sure what is my problem. So but now I'm also quite happy for my friend to see them like so successful, but then I will still continue my journey. I try to monetize this thing. Yeah, but then I don't want purely earn from student, because my one of my goal many years ago, I want to redefining education. One of the mission on redefining education is I want to create a very good quality free education. So therefore I know now I start charging money in my YouTube channel is kind of not really free education, but then I must be able to earn certain money to sustain myself, so that I can make this one as a business. For example, I got the sponsor from Casio. So this is how I doesn't take the money from student, but then because I have a lot of students watching my channel, I can earn from there. So basically means I divert the attention, rather than get money from student, I can get money from this company who are targeted a student. So it's sort of, because I read a book, it's called freemium, means they explain how YouTube, how Facebook, how Google, they provide free service but they still earn a lot of money. So I kind of want to copy the strategies for my YouTube channel, but then because my YouTube channel is still not big enough to really become like them, so therefore I still need to get some membership money. But like what I say, membership, I actually pay 30% for YouTube, and then I charge 40 ringgit for teaching Form 4 and Form 5 MM. I don't think I charge very expensive lah. So right now what I can do for student is I afford a very affordable service to the student so that they can learn together with me. So yeah, so if you want to be a YouTuber, make sure you think twice. Okay, last question of this video. May Sir give us some advice on becoming a teacher? Seeing a great teacher like Sir is really inspired me to become one too. First, I'm not really a great teacher, but I think I'm an okay teacher because I really put a lot of effort in my content. Alright, for those students who want to be a teacher, I think the first thing is at least you must love talk in front, like public speaking, because because every time you teach, right, is you trying to present yourself, you're trying to present a knowledge. So for me, something very important to be a important criteria of a good teacher or great teacher is you manage to deliver the knowledge. Okay, when we say deliver knowledge, it's not like I reading the whole package and then student can understand. It's not as simple as this. Because as a good teacher, right, you need to be able to understand what student doesn't understand. Yeah, because sometimes students themselves also do not know which part they don't understand. So as a teacher, you must find a way to demonstrate or find a way to help the student explain themselves which part they don't understand so that you can help them further. Yeah, this is something like you must be humble and then you must trying to stand in the student's standpoint or what stand at the student's shoe, something like that, so that you can understand what the student really need. And then for me, especially when I'm teaching MF for SPM and IGCSE, is something like, especially some topics are really hard. So I try very hard to make those like very difficult topic to become easier to understand. I call it like I will hack the knowledge. So because something is really hard, so how can I digest it first, and then I vomit it out is something like very easy to understand. So this is something is very challenging, will take teachers a lot of time and commitment to do that. It's not as simple as, wow, this teacher is teaching very well. But the behind of this very well teacher actually put a lot of effort to make the content look easy for you to digest. So therefore, if you really want to be a good teacher, first thing is you make sure you at least you enjoy teaching, you enjoy explaining something even though your student might not understand, but you still do your best to explain something. And then you must enjoy communicating with people, because some people just a bit introvert, they don't like to talk to people, so I mean talk to stranger. And then another thing is you must manage to see the student equally. This is something like very hard for me at the beginning, because some students they seems lazy, or they seems they don't want to learn, or they purposely attack, I mean like language attack you, they purposely be rude to you, and then you still need to see them equally with those good students, which is very hard because as a human we have emotion. So normally people who treat us better, we will just treat them better. This is like mirror. But then as a teacher, you trying to need to control your emotion, and then you need to understand why the student being lazy, why the student being rude, why the student don't like you, or why the student like have no motivation in your class. Because I think this part, right, as a psychology graduate helped me a lot, because I always manage to stand on the standpoint to think why the student like that, why the student will react like this, because many psychologists they believe the human doesn't born that way, so must be something, some past experience to make the student eventually become like that. So when I understand this one, I trying to like equalize the way I treat all the students. I mean, for those students who attend my class before, so no matter you are girl or you are boy student, because some student told me, oh, some teacher just treat girl better or treat boy better. For me, I trying to teach everyone equally. Yeah, but trust me, this is not as easy as I I speak, because yeah, you kind of need to do some adjustment in your mental, in your mind, is it called mind? Alright, so yeah, if you really want to be a teacher, make sure you can do all these things. Always need to think about your student first. This is what a dedicated teacher need to do. But I'm bad in the classroom management. This is something like I love to teach in school, but I'm not very good. I'm still learning lah. I even go to YouTube to search how to manage the classroom, because all the students just don't scare me. Yeah, so my will be quite noisy. Last time I teach in school, the principal or the headmaster pass by always will ask me, Mr. Pang, please control your classroom, it's too noisy. Yeah, because I don't know, the student just treat me like a friend, so like the principal asked me to act like I'm a very fear teacher, so you please respect me, something like that lah. So I'm still learning, but right now I'm not teaching in school. Yeah, I'm not sure future will I go back to school to teach or not, but right now I enjoy delivering knowledge to the student. Yeah, so this is the reason why I think I can consider a good teacher. Yeah, so if you want to be a teacher, I'm not sure you want to be a school teacher or you want to be an online teacher. If you want to be an online teacher, I think something I'm still practicing today is face to the camera and talk to the camera, because when talk in the class is you have more motivation one, because a lot of students sit there and then you can see their face, you can feel that they understand something from you. But when you are talking to the camera, the feeling is different, because nobody going to give you response. So you need to imagine, yeah, student can understand or student cannot understand. I think something I learned after so many years is I know some part student definitely will confuse one. So normally I will talk in a video. Okay, this part I think you don't understand. Let me explain further. Yeah, because if the student doesn't give me any feedback at the comment section over there, so many part I don't know whether the student understand or not. So therefore, I think you need to have experience in school or in tuition center or in private tuition, so that you can understand better which part the student can understand and which part student don't understand. So like if after I graduate I should away become a online teacher, yeah, you will lack of those experience. So when you explain something, right, you can only stand on your own standpoint to explain something. This one will make your explanation become less effective, because you don't understand why the student don't understand the certain part. Alright, so if any one of you watching this video and you want to be a teacher in the future, I would say go ahead, because this world really lack of very passionate teacher. So yeah, I welcome a lot of you to be a teacher, because teacher, if very good teacher really will change a student life. Yeah, last time when I in school I have a very good mathematics teacher, and in one of my tuition I also have a very good MF teacher. This explain why until today math and MF is still my favorite subject, because the good teacher really will make me see the subject differently. And until today, I still think that I'm the person who love math. No matter I can teach well or doesn't teach well, but I love that subject. So yeah, and when you are doing some job or your occupation is something you love one, then you definitely you need to continue work for it until it has some good result. This is the reason why until today I still doing YouTube, I still making the new content in my YouTube channel, I still teaching mathematics. I hope all of you enjoy this super long content. If I know the way I explaining something using all super broken English might suffer your ear. Anyways, I hope you enjoy this content and help me like or share this content to whoever you think that might interested. Anyways, I will see you guys around and thanks for helping me to reaching the 100k. Bye bye.